already started. And then you can start when you're ready.
Peace and blessings to all. This is Imani with your gentle yoga classes. For those of you that I have not met before, I received my teaching certification in '08. I have experience teaching beginners, seniors, prenatal, people who have injuries, those with chronic illnesses, and those with hip or knee replacements. And for about 10 years, I've been teaching free and donation-based classes for people in low-income communities, of which I am one. You want to sit comfortably. You want to find a comfortable seat. If sitting cross-legged is not comfortable, then don't strain yourself. Go ahead and extend your legs out straight, or you can open them a little bit wider. Find your comfortable seat so that you can tune into your natural breath. You can reduce outside distractions by resting your eyes. You can close your eyelids all the way or halfway, or you can look at a space on the floor right in front of you. We want to sit comfortably and tune into the natural breath, how your breath is flowing in and out without you changing anything. You want to bring all of your attention to that natural breath. Asking yourself, how am I feeling right now? You want to do a body scan from the top of the head, slowly, slowly coming down to the soles of the feet. See if there is any place that's tight, that's achy, where you can allow yourself to relax and release that tension. Still paying attention to the natural breath. When you get down to the soles of the feet, very slowly scan back up to the top of the head. Very slowly. Looking for any place that we can allow to relax a little bit more. Noticing the breath. Is it a little bit choppy because maybe you rushed to get to class? Do you feel any twinges anywhere in the body? Try to allow those spots to release a little bit. And because yoga translates as union, what we are uniting is the body, the mind, and the spirit with that which, whatever you hold as sacred, whatever that the name of that being may be, we seek to create a closer relationship with what we consider to be universal. In this class, I encourage resting breath, which is sitting still and breathing mindfully. Sometimes we move a little bit faster than we intend, and we may feel out of breath. If you ever feel out of breath, then that is a signal to slow down or to be still and take a few breaths sitting still. In this class, I also encourage what I call healing sounds, which are sighs, moans, groans. They create vibration within the body. That vibration within the body breaks up mucus, and it can increase our circulation, which boosts our immune system. So, we want to start to, hopefully we're relaxed enough, our abdomen is relaxed enough so that we can make the breath more mindful. As we inhale, we want to be relaxed enough so that the abdomen will inflate, the diaphragm will expand, will spread, the heart will lift as the spine lengthens upward as well as downward on the inhale. As you exhale, draw the navel in and slightly up so that you can activate the abdominal muscles above the navel and below the navel. And as you're slowly exhaling, allow your shoulders to relax down from your earlobes. Allow your hips to relax into whatever you're sitting on. Allow your legs and feet to relax into the earth. Allow the arms to relax towards your lap. Sometimes when we're trying to equalize the inhales and the exhales, we need a little help. So we can mentally count to 3 or 4 or 5 as we're slowly inhaling and try to keep that same count as we're slowly exhaling. That's the simplest way to try to equalize the inhales and the exhales in length as well as depth. So let's breathe mindfully together for 3 rounds of breath before we add any movement. So it's a slow inhale, counting to 3 or 4 or even 5. Feeling the heart lift, draw in the navel to keep the heart lifted. And as you exhale, slowly let the shoulders, hips, legs, and arms relax toward the earth. 2 more times. Slow inhale. Drawing in the navel for a slow exhale. 3rd time is the charm. Follow your breath. Slow inhale. Draw in the navel for a slow exhale. We try to keep that equal breath as closely as possible throughout the practice. Another element of yoga class is usually chanting, again to demonstrate that we are united in class, as well as with the community outside of class. But not everyone is comfortable with chanting, so a lot of times, instead of chanting Om, or something else in Sanskrit, I usually encourage people to hum, or you can always remain silent and listen to your own inner vibration. But if you would like, you can join me for 3 rounds of breath. The first one will be Om, the second 2 will be a hum. So we simply inhale deeply, slowly. You can do that mental count if you need to. And as you draw in your navel, this time we allow any sound to come forth if there's any sound at all. I'll demonstrate the first round. Inhaling. Use your mental count in case I am talking too fast or too slow. 2nd round, slow inhale. Third round, listen for your inner vibration. Slow inhale. And we'll add some movement to our slow inhales and our slow exhales. We sit up nice and tall. Draw the navel in gently to activate those core muscles. And as you exhale, you just draw that navel in a little more strongly. So, Something gentle to wake up the shoulders at first. As we inhale, let's roll the shoulders forward and up toward the ears. Draw in the navel, and as you exhale, roll them back and down. You can do that 2 more times. Follow your slow inhale and your slow exhale. Inhaling. Draw in the navel, exhaling. Reverse. Inhaling, draw back and up. Draw in the navel as we exhale the shoulders forward and down. 1 more. In reverse. Inhaling. Draw in the navel. Exhaling. Excellent. Let's add in the arms. As we inhale, reach forward and then up. You can look up at the thumbs for your gentle back bend. Draw in your navel, and as you exhale, watch those fingers float forward and down. Follow your breath for 2 more. As slow as you can. Slow inhale. Gazing up at the thumbs. Draw in the navel. Slow exhale as you watch those fingers touch the earth. 3rd time. Inhaling. Slow exhale. Resting breath. Fingertips can plant alongside the hips. We'll plant the right fingertips and we'll inhale and reach out with the left fingertips, out and up. Drawing your navel, as you exhale, reach up and over. Plant that right hand to anchor the left hip. Slide the right hand out a little bit. Inhale halfway up. Draw in the navel, and as you exhale, see if you can deepen your side bend without lifting the left hip. Take a resting breath. Slow inhale all the way up. And slow exhale as we float those left fingertips back to earth. Switching sides. Inhaling, reach out and up. Draw in the navel, plant the left hand to anchor the right hip, reach up, exhale into your side bend. Slide those fingers out a bit, plant, inhale halfway up. Draw in the navel, deepen your side bend without letting your right hip lift up. Take a resting breath. Slow inhale, we reach up. Exhale, we reach out and then down. All right. Some gentle spinal twists. Inhaling in center. Drawing your navel, and as you exhale, walk your hands to your right. Left hand will be outside the right knee. Right hand will be behind the right hip. You can turn the navel, turn the chest, and then turn the head. Take 2 resting breaths here. Inhaling, lifting up the heart. Drawing in the navel, exhaling, turning the navel, the chest, and the head. Slow inhale as we turn back to center. Stay in center for the exhale. Inhaling, lifting the heart. Drawing the navel, and as we exhale, we walk our hands to the left. Right hand outside the left knee, left hand behind the left hip. Inhale, exhale. Draw in the navel, turn the navel during the exhale, turn the heart, turn the head. Inhale, sit up tall. Draw in the navel as you exhale into your twist. Nice and slow. Inhale, and come back to center. Exhale. Release everything to the earth. Take one more resting breath. Let's extend the legs out. You can bring the bolster or a block underneath the knees. I'm sitting on a block and I have a bolster behind my kneecaps. Inhale, point the toes away from you. Draw in your navel as you exhale and point the toes straight up. This is also called flexion. Inhale, point. Draw in the navel, exhale, flex. 2 more times. Inhaling, navel in as we exhale. Relax through the shoulders. Inhaling, heart lifts, toes point. Exhaling, navel draws in, foot flexes, shoulders relax down. Circle the ankles. Breathe mindfully through the large, exaggerated circles. And then reverse. Big circle, still breathing mindfully. Slow inhale, slow exhale. Let's bring the soles of the feet together and put them on top of your bolster. Or you can bring the bolster under the thighs. Soles of the feet press together, toes press together, and we sit up tall. As we inhale, heart's gonna lift, top of the head's gonna lift up, tailbone's gonna dig down. Draw in your navel to keep the heart lifted as you exhale. And relax everything toward the earth. Maybe the knees relax a little bit closer toward the floor. Press the toes together. Inhaling. Draw on the navel as you exhale. Inhaling. You can also put the blocks underneath the thighs if you need to. Just take 2 more breaths. As you inhale, the abdomen is going to inflate, the diaphragm is going to spread, and the entire pelvic girdle is going to inflate. Draw in your navel. And as you exhale, let those shoulders relax, let those knees relax, let the extremities relax. Taking your time, straightening one leg at a time. Shake through the knees. We can shift them to the side and come up to hands and knees. Are you okay? So get on your knees?
Oh, yeah, I'm okay on my knees, it's just my
The hip.
hip will not.
Okay. We will be on knees for the remainder, or we'll be lying on our backs. Okay? So you can put your knee, if you don't need any padding, that's cool. I need padding.
Yeah, my
So-
knees are okay.
Okay. So we are basically, knees come straight down from the hip joints, spread the fingers, and bring them underneath your shoulder joints. We're just gonna do a gentle cat-cow. Inhaling to cow, the heart comes forward, the gaze comes forward, tailbone lifts. Exhaling, tuck the navel, tailbone, and the chin, and the back of the heart reaches up. Slow inhale, cow pose. Slow exhale, cat pose, like a Halloween cat. Now turn to the side so you can better see. Inhaling cow. Exhaling cat. Follow your breath. One more. Count to 4 or 5 as you inhale. Slow exhale. Still counting to 4 or 5. Last one, I promise. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And then back to a neutral spine or flat back. Tuck the toes under if you don't have them tucked under already. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Draw on your navel to activate the core. And as you exhale, lift your hips up and back. Adjust your feet as you need to. Heels can be lifted. But we want, walk your hands back if you need to. You want to be comfortable distributing your weight between your hands and your feet. Soften your knees, don't let them lock. I'm just gonna stay here for 2 more breaths. Slow inhale, slow exhale. Soften the knees. 1 more breath. Count to 4 or 5. Slow inhale, slow exhale. Walk your feet back a little bit. Inhale, exhale the knees down behind the bolster. If you're using a bolster, walk your hands forward. Inhale, exhale, and come down to the belly. If you are using a bolster, you can put it across the lower abdomen. Stack your hands in front of you. Plant your chin or forehead on those hands. Put a little space between your feet and connect to your breath. Does your do you need the bolster underneath your pelvis? Need a bolster under here?
I don't think so.
Okay, good. Just checking. And we're just taking a couple of resting breaths. See if you can connect back to your inhale, your slow inhale and your slow exhale. Take those sides if you need them. All right. Let's bring the chin to the mat and bring the spread fingers underneath the shoulders or underneath the shoulder joint and the elbows touching the ribs. Press your toenails into your mat or the earth. Press your pelvis into the earth so that you can tuck the tailbone toward the earth. And as you inhale, let the abdomen inflate and lift the heart. Drawing your navel, and as you exhale, bring your chin back to earth. Take a resting breath here. And we're going to do 4 more with a resting breath in between each one. So spread your fingers, plant them. Elbows are off the mat and near your ribs. Inhale, lift up a little bit. You don't even have to put any weight in your hands. Slow exhale as you draw on the navel and let the chin touch down. Then take your resting breath. Last one. Inhaling, low cobra. Drawing your navel, slow exhale as we come down. Stack those hands, rest your forehead. Take 2 breaths here. Turn your head, let your left ear Rest on your hands for 2 slow breaths. Mentally count to 3 or 4 as you slowly inhale. Mentally count to 3 or 4 as you slowly exhale. One more round of breath. Slow inhale. Slow exhale. Lift the head, turn the right ear, and place it on the stacked hands. 2 super slow breaths. Mentally count to 3 or 4 as you inhale. Lower back is inflating now. Slow exhale. Feel the whole body relax into the earth. Take your time. Slow inhale. Slow exhale. And then we bring the forehead back to the hands for one more resting breath. Take your time. Bring the hands back underneath the shoulder joints. Tuck the toes under. Spread those fingers wide. Inhale, feel the whole spine lengthen. And as you exhale, find your downward facing dog. Or we can go for downward puppy. That's knees down, butt up high, heart and head low. Downward puppy. Take a couple of breaths. Feel your abdomen press into your thighs. Feel your lower back and your side ribs expand. As you exhale, draw on your navel. Feel your heart and head bow to the earth. As you exhale, one more breath. Inhaling, lengthening, extending, drawing the navel, exhaling, and grounding. Tuck the chin. Mindful breath as you walk your hands back toward your knees. Chin is down. Once your shoulders are over your hip joints, that's when you lift your head. Because I've got sensitive ankles, I'm going to put mine on the bolster, my ankles on the bolster. We're sitting on our heels, and we have our shoulders over the hip joints. You can have your hands at the hip joints, fingertips to the earth, or if your core is really active, your hands can sit in your lap. Just take a breath. Hero pose. We are heroes to our family, and we take excellent care of them. Inhaling, let your heart lift. Drawing your navel. Exhaling, let your shoulders and hips and extremities relax toward the earth. One more breath. Inhaling, heart and crown lift up. Drawing the navel. Slow exhale. Shoulders, hips, extremities relax into the earth. Beautiful. Let's come back. I'm just turning forward so you can see what I'm doing. My ankles are on the bolster. This time we're gonna inhale and reach out and then up. Turn the palms out, draw on the navel. Exhale out and then down. Follow your breath. Let's do that 2 more times. See how slow you can go. Count to 4 or 5 if you need to. Inhaling. Drawing the navel. Exhale. You can always take a resting breath if you need it. 3rd time. Slow inhale. Draw in the navel for a slow exhale. Resting breath. This time we're going to inhale and reach up. Clasp the right wrist, and as you draw on the navel, and as you exhale, take a tiny bend to the side. Inhale, lift the heart, gaze past your elbow. Exhale, relax through the shoulders. Inhale all the way up, release the clasp. Exhale, reach out and down. Take a resting breath. One more time. Inhale, reach out and up. Slow exhale. Inhale. Clasp the left wrist. Draw on the navel. Exhale and take a slight bend to your right. Inhale. Turn the heart, turn the head. Look past your elbow. Exhale. Inhale all the way up. Release the clasp. Draw on the navel. Slow exhale. Take a resting breath. All right. Still breathing mindfully. Let's come to partial recline. Take your time. You can put the bolster wherever you need it. I need the bolster at my lower back, so that's where I'm putting it. And grab a strap if you need a strap. Very gently take your time. Coming to partial recline. Bring that bolster, if you're using a bolster, at your sacrum so that it's not sitting on your lower back. It's in that space between the lower back and the tailbone. More in line with the glutes, top of the glutes. Relax the shoulders into the earth. Knees are bent. Bring your knees to your chest. You don't have to use the bolster if it's causing you some difficulty. There you go. Yeah, is that
That's
releasing
better.
anything? Releasing the lower back?
Oh, yeah.
All right, perfect.
Yeah, I can't use that bolster. My back is crooked too.
If next week we'll try you on the smaller bolster. That might be better for you because it's not as thick. All right, so we've got our knees toward our heart. Let me just take a couple of breaths. The abdomen is inflating and pressing into our thighs. Draw in the navel as you exhale and let those knees come closer to your heart. 2 more times. Slow inhale. Inflate the abdomen. Draw in the navel as you exhale. And maybe the knees come closer. 1 more time. Inhale. Draw in the navel as you exhale. See if you can keep your knees close to the heart and inhale your hands out to the sides. Turn the palms down to protect the shoulder. Exhale, let the lower back, hips, all sink toward the earth.
Relax through the shoulders. Inhale, spine lengthens up through the crown and down through the tailbone. Drawing the navel, and as you exhale, bring both knees down on your left. If you feel like you're straining, that's when the block comes in underneath your knees or your thighs. As you inhale, abdomen's still going to inflate, lower back's going to inflate, side ribs are going to inflate. As you exhale, relax everything into the earth. One more slow, slow breath. Nice and slow. Inhale those knees back to the center. Drawing your navel, and as you exhale, bring them down on your right side. Bring in that block underneath your thigh or knee. Slow inhale to inflate the abdomen, the lower back, and the side ribs. Drawing your navel as you're exhaling. Relax those shoulders, hips, and legs into the earth. One more breath. Super slow. Inhale. Draw the navel for a super slow exhale. Take your time. Inhale, the knees back to center. Wrap those hands around the shins or behind the knees. And exhale, knees toward the heart. You can even cross your ankles. Inhaling, abdomen pushes the thighs away, arms straighten a bit. Drawing the navel, slow exhale, bend those elbows, and let the knees come close. Slow inhale. 4 or 5. Mental count. Drawing the navel. Slow exhale. Mental count of 4 or 5. Take a resting breath if you need it. Last round. Inhaling. Drawing the navel, slow exhale. Keeping the knees where they are. Inhale, hands to the earth. Uncross the ankles if you have them crossed. Draw in the navel, and a slow exhale as the feet slowly come down to earth. And we're back in partial recline. Take a resting breath. All right. Let's inhale the left leg straight up. Keep the right knee bent. As you exhale, flex the foot. Encircle the ankle one time in each direction. Still breathing mindfully. As you exhale, let that leg relax into the hip socket. Inhale, extend as if the sole of your foot is reaching for the ceiling tile. Drawing your navel, and as you exhale, let everything relax back into the hip socket, back into the earth. Next inhale, reach that left leg out a little bit to the left. Only go as far as is comfortable. Don't let your right hip come up. can put your hand on your right thigh or your right hip to keep it from lifting up. You can point your right knee out to the side for counterbalance. Inhale, exhale. Next inhale, bring everything back to center. Draw in the navel. Exhale that left foot down. Take a resting breath. Next inhale, right foot reaches up. Exhale, right leg relaxes into the hip socket. Inhale, extension. Draw on the navel, exhale, grounding. Next inhale, reach that right leg out a little bit to the right. Keep the left hip from lifting up. Counterbalance with the left knee pointing a little bit to the left. Take a couple of breaths. Inhaling and extending. Exhaling and grounding. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Next inhale. Everything comes to center. Drawing your navel. Slow exhale as the right foot comes to the earth. One more time. Inhale. Let the knees, one at a time or together, come to the heart. Give yourself a hug for a breath or two.
This is a good one for me.
I'm glad.
I'm not moaning on this one.
Oh, I told you, those moans and groans are allowed. Those are healing sounds. Very gently let go of the hands, let go of the feet. If you don't need any props, you can take them out of your way. Stretch that left leg to the left corner and the right leg to the right corner. See if you can settle in. Any other twists or bends or stretches that you need so that you can be still for at least 2 minutes. Take those. And then settle into Shavasana or stillness, also called corpse pose. You stay where you are comfortably. We're going back to the natural breath. We're letting go of counting. We're letting go of drawing in the navel strongly. And we're going back to our natural breath. Notice how it's flowing now. Hopefully it's much smoother, it's a little bit deeper, a little bit more relaxed. Do your body scan from the top of the head to the soles of the feet. Is there any place that you can let relax a little bit more? Still breathing your natural breath. Looking for any twinges, anywhere, any tightness, any places that we can release. Once you get to the soles of your feet, slowly scan back up to the top of the head. Any place else that we can let relax. If you still feel aches and twinges anywhere in the body, as you inhale, visualize that you're sending oxygen to those places that are still offering you resistance. And as you exhale, visualize that those tight places are opening up and allowing you to relax or ground. You stay in Shavasana while I sit up to read some affirmations. All right. I will chant in Sanskrit and then I'll translate it into English. Asato masa gamaya damaso marutir damaya Murtyoma amritam gamaya Paraphrasing. Lead us from the unreal to the real. Lead us from darkness to light. Lead us from the fear of physical death to the bliss of spiritual immortality. Peace, peace, peace. Bring your awareness back to the body. Wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Wrist circles one time in each direction. Ankle circles one time in each direction. We roll to the side and come up to a comfortable seat. Once again, sitting cross-legged may not be your comfortable seat. So, I'm going for a supported hero pose. Sit up tall, whatever your comfortable seat is. Sitting up nice and tall. And as we reach out to the sides, let's visualize that we are gathering everything that is truth, righteousness, justice, peace, equity, respect, love, joy for ourselves as well as others. Slowly exhale that affirmation, wish, or prayer for yourself and others into your heart. Press the thumbs into the center of your chest, which is the location of your spiritual heart. Inhale. Let your heart lift up to meet your affirmation, wish, or prayer. And as you exhale, bow to your true and highest self. Namaste. Many thanks. I really appreciate you coming in today to join my practice. Practice with me on this Mindful Monday. It is not. What you're trying to do is you're probably trying to copy what you think the pose is supposed, the classic pose, the traditional pose. We got to get out of that mindset. What we have to do is we have to find our pose, our comfortable pose. Mine's going to look different from yours because I got different health issues.
This is my comfortable.
And see, when I'm sitting like this, you can be sitting in hero pose because that's more comfortable for you. Once my sitting bones start getting sore, I have to sit on a bolster or a block. Once my knees start protesting, I have to straighten my legs or even widen them.
I have to sit up like this. If my knees won't let me fold up, then I gotta open up.
Yeah, this one folds good, but this one, this is,
I see what you did. Okay. Well, then a perfect pose for you wouldn't be Sukhasana. It might
I
be,
can never relax like this.
mermaid
because it's
pose. And you can bring in a block underneath your hip.
Now this is good, I can do this.
But you have to do the opposite side. To do balance, you have to have the opposite side. So if you're sitting like this for half a class, then you want to, at least for a few seconds, switch it so that your body feels more balanced. Use the block or the bolster, put it under the hip or under the thigh. You may have to add a prop in like this. Put something underneath, whichever side is stiff. That's the side that needs more support. You can have support on each side to make it balanced, but you definitely want support on the side that is the hardest to move. Otherwise, you're straining.
I know, see, that's what I'm doing, I can't relax in it.
Or
So,
if try sitting this hip on the block,
this hip,
the one that's stiff. Now, how is that? Is that uncomfortable? Is that making it worse or easier?
to sit like that, no, it makes it, okay, so, I don't know how you're sitting.
Okay, I'm sitting. I got my block at an angle so that most of my hip is on the wide part of the block. But you can also use the bolster. If the block is too hard,
See, I don't know what works for me, because I've never done this.
you gotta play around with it. So that thick bolster might be too thick. So then you might need the thin bolster. Maybe the block's too hard. Each day might be different. So you
Where
put
did you get one of those thin ones from?
the purple one up here on the shelf.
Oh.
So you don't have to use that big one. You can use the thin one. Let's test it. Come on in. All right, try this one. Put your hip on it.
And with your water. And then do what?
All right. Now, you just want to put your hip and your knee on this one. All right, that's there in case you need it. And then just leave this one. How's this one? Does that one need any support?
No, this one's okay. It's just,
Then you would bend this knee, and you can put the block underneath this hip, or underneath the thigh, or even the shin or the foot.
see, my spine is twisting to the left. That's why this side is so hard.
It's so
for me to
hard.
do.
Then what you might have to do is put the block under your hand, and try to sit up as straight as you can. Try to put less weight on this hand. You may even have to bring it up higher so that you're not putting so much weight on this side. These supports are lifting the earth up on your side that's weaker so that you can relax a little bit on this side, a little bit on that side. And that's how you get the balance. But if you probably have throw pillows at home, what you do is, while you're sitting on your bed, you can bring in some throw pillows.
Oh, I have pillows are everywhere.
And find that position. Find where the props are going to help you the best. A lot of times we don't have all the yoga props, but we've at least got some pillows, we've got some blankets we can roll up, we've got some extra towels, even beach towels that we can roll up and use in the place of those bolsters. All right.
The beginning yoga would be easy, but it just doesn't work. Okay. So, get rid of this stuff.
You're okay. I'll get the props. You do your mat, and I'll do the props. Okay. Y'all are welcome to grab a chair.
Sorry, can we first stop?
Oh, okay. Oh, no problem. Take your time. Do you have a tote bag? Did you have a tote bag for your stuff?
No. You just go ahead and do what you have to do. I'll get myself together somehow.
Would you like a chair?
Yes.
Get stuff together. Yeah, you can sit right here. You sit right here. You want to do the back?
Yeah, I'll just go ahead and try to get my stuff somewhere else.
Got some time. Class is gonna start for about 5 more minutes.